Good morning and happy Sunday. Welcome into Allen Athletics, the show where you get everything you need to know about Allen University Yellow Jacket Athletics. I'm Kay Crenshaw. Glad to have you with us here on this Sunday morning on WACH-FOX 57. As we work our way through the fall calendar season, winter sports are just around the corner. Basketball already practicing, their first game coming up in just a few short weeks. But football is coming to a close for the regular season. Championship play is drawing close, and the Yellow Jackets are having one of their best seasons in history. 5-2 on the year, as Allen is coming off a tough loss to Miles College this past Saturday on the road, 28-21. We'll be joined this week by head football coach Teddy Keaton to recap that loss and look ahead to Allen's final two games of the season against both Edward Waters, AME rival, and of course Taylor Street rival in Benedict College, coming up on Saturday, November the 4th. We'll talk to head coach Teddy Keaton about his football team and also one of his assistant coaches, and offensive line coach Montez McCray will come by and join the program. And Coach McCray also oversees the recruiting efforts here for Allen, so we'll get a full inside scoop on the latest of the future Yellow Jackets to come into the program in future years. All that and more coming up here on this Sunday morning on Allen Athletics.
At Founders Federal Credit Union, we know success is a team effort. We're always cheering for you, side by side, so you can dream big and achieve your goals. Offering products and services that put you in the lead, whether that's helping you buy a car, build your savings, or supporting your community. We're here with the financial support you need. That's teamwork. Score big with Founders Federal Credit Union. Relax with Founders.
There's a hidden gem in downtown Columbia, South Carolina. Are you ready to witness the epitome of grit and passion? Well, welcome to Allen University Athletics. From dazzling plays on the basketball court to the electrifying crowd, we've got tradition and we've got pageantry. Fueled by determination and unwavering spirit, coaches will push everyone's limits, game after game. At Allen University, we believe in the power of unity, teamwork, and resilience. Together, we rise. Be a part of the legacy and experience the thrill of Allen University Athletics. For more information, visit our athletics website at auyellowjackets.com.
Back here on Allen Athletics with Coach Keaton. Coach, you're coming off of a loss to Miles College on the season, 28-21 last week. What were some of your takeaways from the one-score loss?
We got to play better in the third quarter. They scored 28 points on it. We got to do a better job of taking care of the football. But overall, I thought my team played well. We completely, if you look at the stat sheet, we completely dominated, but stats are for losers. We got to finish out a way to close out a game and not let ourselves get in these predicaments, and hopefully we can play better football.
How do you feel about your team at this point in the season?
I'm proud of the kids. I'm extremely proud of my coaching staff. I'm extremely proud of my kids. I think the resilience that they've shown, the flip a schedule from going 1-9 last year to going 6-2 right now, I think that's a tremendous job. That's the credit to the players, the coaches, and everybody that's involved in it. They made a commitment at the end of the season that they were going to do a better job of coaching, playing, working out, executing at a high level, and I think they've owned up to that up to this point.
Coach, you're coming off just your second loss of the season, 28-21 to Miles College, in a game that Miles scored all 28 of their points in the third quarter. Let's walk through that game a little bit and start in the first half. You go up 14-0 into the break. What worked so well defensively through the first two quarters?
I think we were resilient. We played well. We were in our positions, in our assignments. What I really think that happened is that we got comfortable. I tell people success don't lie in comfortable. You want to be successful, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And I think we get a little comfortable, and then we allow teams to come back in and claw their way back into a game. And then we turn around and say, oh, we got a ball game to play, and now we try to fight our way back out of it.
Well, in the third quarter on Saturday, 3 offensive touchdowns for Miles and an interception return for their 28 points. Coach, in the third quarter, did it just seem like there was a bit of stretch of time there where everything that could go wrong did?
Yes, it's always. I mean, if you look back over the course of the season, I think in about a span of 4 to 6 minutes every week, we have a debacle somewhere, and we got to figure out as a staff how to get our kids to be locked in for 60 minutes. You're playing 52 minutes instead of 60 minutes, and I think that once we figure that out and how we can get around doing that and get the kids to lock in, no matter what the score is, anybody can come back on you, or even if you're losing, we proved that against Kentucky State that you can come back on them. So we need to do a better job of managing them as coaches, as players. We all need to just do a better job of being locked in for 60 minutes.
On the offensive side on Saturday, Bo Harrington, Allen's tailback, with his first career 100-yard receiving game. Bo 8 catches, 101 yards, and a touchdown on Saturday. Coach, as the season has gone on, Bo's really established himself as a pass-catching tailback. What's allowed himself to get involved in the passing game?
I think that, the fact that we've included him in there gives us another receiver, gives David an outlet, so we don't chunk the ball down the field. So we have to do a good job of making sure that we get him the ball to hit the check downs. When people play zone a lot, we can dump it down to him. And he's done a tremendous job. I think Alan Riggins has done a good job at that too. So it's just another element of the passing. It's always been there. Whether or not our quarterbacks hit it or not, it's just neither here nor there.
Well, Coach, what's the injury report as we head into what is wild to say, but week 9 of the season?
We got a lot of people that's dinged up. Of course, when you go through 8 to 10 weeks, you're going to have people with minor bruises, deep bone bruises, and things like that. But that's nothing that we can't play through. We lost 2 kids. Daquan Brown is out for the season, and DeMarcus, our left tackle, he's kind of banged up a little bit, but he's week to week. We just questionable whether we're going to play with him or not.
You lose Daquan for the season. He was big to have back on the defense this year. A player who started out at Allen, transferred away, then came back to the program for his last year of eligibility. Coach, who steps into his spot at safety?
I mean, it's still in R.J. Stroud has done a tremendous job of being able to go in and play the nickel. So it'll probably be R.J. Stroud. He'll come in and he'll give. There's a couple guys that's back there that could, possibly take that spot. It's not like we're not depth depleted. And the guys that would take his spot has had a lot of reps in the game.
Well, Coach, from last year to now, one of the things you mentioned on earlier in the season was probably the most improved group on your team was the offensive line and how they've really stepped up their play this season. And that's a credit to Coach Montez McCray. What's been the biggest development for them from 2022 here to this season, year 1 to year 2 for Coach McCray?
I think it's Coach McCray's ability to understand what he's trying to accomplish. We took McCray from a situation where they were an I formation team. They didn't have to practice pass pro a lot and do those things. Now he's understanding how to block it, where he's going to go on his protections, and just being a good student of the game. And I think he's done a tremendous job. His ability to motivate those guys to get the best out of them. And, that's always what you want out of an O-line coach, a guy that's going to be able to get the best out of it. And then his ability to recruit. They got guys that they've recruited that he's developed into good football players. Some of those guys been here 2-3 years and they haven't really played for us. And now, as they went through this process and they learned how to play, he played a big role in developing them into who they are today.
At Founders Federal Credit Union, we know success is a team effort. We're always cheering for you, side by side, so you can dream big and achieve your goals. Offering products and services that put you in the lead. Whether that's helping you buy a car, build your savings, or supporting your community, we're here with the financial support you need. That's teamwork. Score big with Founders Federal Credit Union. Relax with Founders.
I think my images truly portray dynamic women, like being bold, being fearless. Growing up, I did not see what I wanted to be. There was just a lack of Black women, business owners, entrepreneurs, creatives. That's how I just started taking pictures. And from there, I figured out that I wanted to be a photographer for women of color. It takes a village to be a Black woman, to live and survive as a Black woman. It takes support. I found my niche and I'm sticking to it.
Each year, the South Carolina Education Lottery raises millions of dollars for scholarships and grants that help students prepare for their dream career. Just like Kristen.
There's a hidden gem in downtown Columbia, South Carolina. Are you ready to witness the epitome of grit and passion? Well, welcome to Allen University Athletics. From dazzling plays on the basketball court to the electrifying crowd, we've got tradition and we've got pageantry. Fueled by determination and unwavering spirit, coaches will push everyone's limits, game after game. At Allen University, we believe in the power of unity, teamwork, and resilience. Together, we rise. Be a part of the legacy and experience the thrill of Allen University Athletics. For more information, visit our athletics website at auyellowjackets.com.
Back here with Coach Keaton as we turn our attention to Saturday. AME rival Edward Waters is in town for homecoming. Coach, let's start off the top. The biggest game on any HBCU schedule is always homecoming, but that also can come with some distractions during the week. There's events day and night on campus, of course tailgates, parades on Saturday. As a coaching staff, how do you manage all the outside distraction heading into Saturday?
As we talk all the time, the kids got to understand the people are coming to see you. We've set a stage right now. We're joining the elite group of teams in the SIAC is stepping up to the top of the table. When you set yourself up for that, you got to play like that every week because fans get accustomed to they want to see great football. So we have to remind them of the distractions that could occur, and they got to have a tremendous amount of self-discipline to be able to handle themselves, to understand that we have a game, and once the game is over, you can enjoy the back half of homecoming, and then when you become an alumni, you can enjoy the full burst of homecoming. I think the kids understand that. They still got their goals intact of what they want to accomplish this season, and I think if they follow their what they want to accomplish, then they'll be fine.
This Saturday's matchup against Edward Waters at 2 o'clock, and the top two passing offenses in the SIAC will clash on Saturday. Coach, quarterback Jalen Russell, right there up there with David Wright III in terms of the league's passing leaders. He has over 2,200 on the season. In fact, he's setting records at Edward Waters, their brand new single-season passing leader in terms of yards and touchdowns in the modern era. For a player who transferred into Edward Waters his first year there, what's allowing him to have so much success?
He got a great group of receivers. I think Coach is doing a great job with those guys, man, and it shows on tape. They've knocked off 2 of the top perennial schools in this conference. They're going to be no slouches. This is not your typical homecoming game where you're going to go out and you beat them 60-0. This is a team that we're going to have to be prepared for. We have to be mentally all there, as you alluded to, with the distractions of the game. You can't allow that. Edward Waters had a tendency of being that team that everybody back historical that would say Edward Waters was a team everybody was going to beat. But during the Morgan years now, he's done and flipped the culture of that Edward Waters program, that now when you come, you got to be ready to play Edward Waters, else Edward Waters could beat you. So, and they've proven that this season already. They've come in, they've slipped in, and they right there at 5-3. So they're doing a really good job. So we got to be ready for their attack. They got a receiver, Russell, I think his last name, not Jaron. Jaron is the quarterback. They have a receiver that's really, really good, and he's done a tremendous job, and he's right up there with DeAndre Ruffin, and he's probably the leading receiver in the conference, if I'm not mistaken.
A team that started out 0-3 on the year has now won 5 straight games. And, Coach, as you alluded to just a moment ago, the last 2 weeks have been big for Edward Waters. Wins over Tuskegee and Albany State, where they won both games in the final 8 seconds of the ball game. A Hail Mary pass against Tuskegee and a last-second touchdown score as time expired against Albany State. Coach, as a fan, everyone always wants to see 60 minutes of football. That's what they pay their ticket for. But how important will that message be to the team that this week, that Edward Waters is a team that you're going to have to pay attention to for the full 4 quarters?
We started on Monday. We've been talking about it from the get-go. This is a team that you got to be, ready to play, and got to either put them away or you're going to have to play football with them for 60 minutes. And I think they're doing a tremendous job. When you're talking about, they remind me of my team last year. We had a great offense that could score. We get into the last minutes of the ball game. The only thing that's different this year for them is that they're able to come up with the win on the other side of those, last minute plays, the last play of the ball game. And I think that's in any game. It's like basketball now. If you get down to the last minute, you want to be able to take the last shot and you want to have a chance to score. And they've done a good job of putting themselves in that position for 2 weeks in a row.
Well, it's no secret that this Saturday and next, Allen will take on its 2 biggest rivals. This Saturday, Edward Waters. Next week against Benedict College. Coach, is there any message to the team in that hey, it's rivalry week? Does that, you see, maybe heighten emotions a little bit as the week goes on? Not
really. The most important thing is us staying focused. And I tell the Yellow Jackets, the only people that's going to beat the Yellow Jackets are the Yellow Jackets. I think when you play, you don't play against people, you play against yourself. And I think that how good do we want to be, how well we're going to execute, how many mistakes are we going to make. We go back to the Miles game and we turned the ball over 5 times. That'll cause you to lose any ball game, and you still had a chance to win it. Those are the things that we got to alleviate, those mistakes, and giving people extra opportunities and creating better field positioning for ourselves, that we don't have to drive 99 yards, 71 yards. Those type of things against good programs, you won't overcome those type of mistakes. So we just got to learn to overcome those type of mistakes and put ourselves in position to be better.
At Founders Federal Credit Union, we know success is a team effort. We're always cheering for you, side by side, so you can dream big and achieve your goals. Offering products and services that put you in the lead, whether that's helping you buy a car, build your savings, or supporting your community. We're here with the financial support you need. That's teamwork. Score big with Founders Federal Credit Union. Relax with Founders.
I think my images truly portray dynamic women, like being bold, being fearless. Growing up, I did not see what I wanted to be. There was just a lack of Black women, business owners, entrepreneurs, creatives. That's how I just started taking pictures. And from there, I figured out that I wanted to be a photographer for women of color. It takes a village to be a Black woman, to live and survive as a Black woman. It takes support. I found my niche and I'm sticking to it.
Each year, the South Carolina Education Lottery raises millions of dollars for scholarships and grants that help students prepare for their dream career, just like Kristen.
There's a hidden gem in downtown Columbia, South Carolina. Are you ready to witness the epitome of grit and passion? Well, welcome to Allen University Athletics. From dazzling plays on the basketball court to the electrifying crowd, we've got tradition and we've got pageantry. Fueled by determination and unwavering spirit, coaches will push everyone's limits, game after game. At Allen University, we believe in the power of unity, teamwork, and resilience. Together, we rise. Be a part of the legacy and experience the thrill of Allen University Athletics. For more information, visit our athletics website at auyellowjackets.com.
Back here on Allen Athletics, now joined by Allen's offensive line coach, Montez McCray. Coach, thanks so much for taking the time to sit down with us.
Appreciate it.
So far, you're in year 2 here at Allen. What's the biggest differences for you in year 2 versus year 1?
I think it's the buy-in. Over the summer, it was a guy on the outlet on social media. He said the only way that Allen would be successful is the O-line. So I kind of took that personal. So like my outlook of coming into this season is, doing things different than I did last year, spend more time with my kids. I came in like towards the spring of like 21, so I didn't really have a full year with my guys. So I think now having a full year, teaching them techniques and studying with them, I think that has brought us to where we're at now.
And that full year has been big for the Yellow Jackets. Allen is the 3rd least sacked team in the conference. Coach, what's been the biggest improvement for that group that's allowed them to have success they have?
I've always been a technical guy, so just studying film and looking at tendencies and just doing a lot of professional development, looking at what other guys do and try to teach to my guys' ability and just growing, just taking it one week at a time.
When you look back at Miles this past Saturday, what were some of the takeaways from the loss?
Like Coach King said, that many turnovers in a game, you're not going to win. And I was telling the guys the other day, I wish we had 3 more minutes. If we had 3 more minutes, we'd probably be having a different conversation.
You're also in the role of recruiting coordinator here at Allen. And throughout the home games that we've seen this season here at Allen University, there's been a ton of recruits on campus. They line the sidelines during the pregame. What's the latest update on the recruiting world for the Yellow Jackets?
It's still early in the process. I got so many messages on Twitter and kids wanting to come and that's just because they see the process of what we're doing. And we got some good kids on the board. Right now we're just focusing on finishing a strong season.
Coach, as you work through the new world of social media, and you talk to coaches all around the country now, and they'll tell you how important social media is, but I'm sure it's difficult to keep up with, right? All the messages, all the tweets, all the mentions. What's the process you have to just keep a catalog and make sure you try to see as much as you can?
I kind of recruit every day. It just, I try to keep a balance. Of course, watching film and meetings, and then, the free time I have after that. Once everything winds down, I take my notes or I send some stuff to Coach Keaton or Coach Keaton sends some stuff to me. So we got a good system that we use, and like I said, right now, once things wind down, we'll get what we need or the pieces we need.
Well, we're heading into week 9 of the season, and Coach, every team in the country has some bumps and bruises somewhere along the way. What's the health of your offensive line?
Oh, we good. Of course, when you go 10 weeks straight, you're going to have, those injuries. And I always try to teach my guys it's always a mental thing. If it's not nothing torn or anything, it's more mental. But, I got some young guys and I got some older guys. But for the most part, we're fine.
Halloween coming up next week. Are you a dress-up guy? Are you more of a pumpkin patch guy? How do you go about Halloween?
I ain't neither. My sons will be here, so I'll probably do something they want to do, go to a neighborhood and take them somewhere and get some stuff. But I ain't neither.
Oh, favorite Halloween candy?
I'm a Reese's guy, so.
little Reese's peanut butter cup action. He's Montez McGray, the offensive line coach and recruiting coordinator here at Allen. Coach, thanks so much for the time. We'll be right back after this.
At Founders Federal Credit Union, we know success is a team effort. We're always cheering for you, side by side, so you can dream big and achieve your goals. Offering products and services that put you in the lead, whether that's helping you buy a car, build your savings, or supporting your community. We're here with the financial support you need. That's teamwork. Score big with Founders Federal Credit Union. Relax with Founders.
And that brings this Sunday to a close here on WACH-FOX 57 for Allen Athletics as the Yellow Jackets enter the final 2 weeks of the regular season against Edward Waters and Benedict College. That matchup against Benedict coming up Saturday, November the 4th at 2 p.m. at Benedict. You can go to their athletic website for ticket information. And as for Allen Athletics, looking ahead, of course, winter sports are just around the corner, and that includes basketball season, as a brand new pair of head coaches have taken over the men's and women's programs here at Allen, and each of them will begin their new tenures coming up in the month of November. The women will take the hardwood first with a November 10th matchup at 6 o'clock on that Friday night against Payne College. That is the season opener for the women and the season opener for the Allen basketball season. For a full look at the hoop schedule and to get all your tickets, just go over online and pay a visit to auyellowjackets.com. Again, that's auyellowjackets.com, the place that you will find all of the roster information, schedules, stats, and everything else you need to know about the Yellow Jackets, including some recaps. If you may have missed a football game or two as the season's going on, you can catch up with everything you need to know of things going on for the blue and gold. Well, that'll do it for us this week. We'll talk to you again next Sunday morning, each and every Sunday morning here at 8 a.m. on WACH-FOX. For everyone here at Allen University, including Teddy Keaton, head football coach, and offensive line coach Montez McGray, I'm Kay Crenshaw. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time. And as always, remember to smile.